a human being took a picture of the Earth, well, that would be earlier this year. But that's part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, and they've had photos from space that people have took for a long time. We have one last question, but
Why do we have all the red herrings? Why don't we have?
Yeah, we have too many red herrings. We're going to get to questions. We're going to get to questions because this is more red herring. Okay, so another question that Sean Hufford asked to Jaron, because he wants to know. Because you said you don't refuse a discussion. He says that you refused the first debate with Red's rhetoric. You couldn't meet his first two conditions and added a final condition that Reg had to show his face. Is that true?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't have a discussion with him unless Reg showed his face.
Yeah, I don't really appreciate people who don't show.
You're not even on camera, and you're.
I've been on camera many times. So.
But why does that matter if somebody shows their face or not to the shape of the Earth? I don't understand that.
Because that guy, Red's rhetoric, goes around cussing people out, acting real tough.
That doesn't change his argument.
Hold on. Can I talk? So when you say rude things to people that you wouldn't say in public, you wouldn't say to somebody in person, then if you're protected by the anonymity... Are you going to let me talk or what?
Go ahead.
Okay, when somebody's protected by the anonymity of the internet, then they can get away with saying anything. I don't think it's very impressive.
But it doesn't change what he says. It doesn't change the quantity and the quality of what he says.
This is relevant to the entire conversation. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Let's get back to...
you still have to deal with the argument. Regardless whether it was said by Charlie Brown or a sock puppet, It doesn't matter. It's the strength of the argument.
Exactly. Sure. It's the strength of the argument, not the person revealing their face on camera. That has no relevancy.
Because everybody sees my face, and they all know who the fuck I am.
Yeah, and he's probably the exact same way in person. From what I understand, I know dozens and dozens of people that know Aron in real life.
And unless you kick on your webcam, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Well, you can look on tons of videos. I'm all over the place.
I'm great. I'm glad that you have tons of videos. I have 500 some odd videos on my behalf, and I'm not, as you are, hated by everybody.
No, I've seen it, and you can see me anytime you want. You can go look. You can ask me to turn if I had my camera plugged in, I would turn it on.
It doesn't really matter because, as I said, it's the strength of the argument, or in this case, the lack thereof.
Okay, and if you don't think that it's that you shouldn't debate anybody. So if somebody came to you and they're just some screen name, their name is I don't know, Atheist Hater, and they come and they want to debate you, and they're just going to mouth off and call you a bunch of names. They're calling you your wife names. They're calling you names. You don't think it's important that they at least identify themselves if they want to go and publicly have a debate with you?
What I have stated publicly and what I've posted on my blog is that I won't debate anybody who nominates themselves.
Right.
What I will do is if a collective of people
but
says...
Why not?
I'm answering that question right now. You're interrupting the answer to ask the question.
Their argument you have to
the answer I'm giving you, you're interrupting the answer to ask the question. What I have explained previously in my blog is what I will do is I'll debate anybody if a group of people says this person represents us, and thus by beating that person in a debate, which is the only option, then I will also have beaten them.
That is true. That has been a long-standing thing that he's had for quite some time. So here we're going to be wrapping. Hang on, we're going to be wrapping this up. So let me leave it with this. Half the audience is flat earthers seems to be in the live chat. We have 880 some odd people watching, and a lot of them are.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
I just want to throw this question out there. I mean, I've noticed that it's a very scary thing that's happening in this country right now. In that we used to have the middle-of-the-road belief where everybody had the idea that, science was something that's real and demonstrable, and you'd be a fool if you were to reject science. But everybody also had this idea that when you die, you somehow go somewhere. And that's been changing. And statistically, right now, we have atheism on the rise in every state, while religion is in a state of decline in every state. But simultaneously, we also have religious extremism on the rise, and that's creationism and that's flat earthism, both on the rise. So the only way that those two statistics can be correct at the same time is if there's a division, and it's between 46 and 52% that people are walking away from science, walking away from religion altogether, and people are walking away from science altogether to religious extremism, including where you have to deny reality in favor of Scripture. And it's not just denying the age of the earth, it's also denying the shape of the earth. So I have to wonder, what is the appeal of this ludicrous religious belief that causes you to deny the reality that we can all demonstrate?
Because it's not a reality like you would describe. You're describing reality as in we experience it. You will never, Aron, experience.
It's
being
Aron. No wonder you can't get the shape of the Earth right. You can't pronounce his name correctly for the 50th time. Aron.
I can verify that to you. Okay, even for satisfaction, I can prove my position.
Okay, because people are living in a place where they've been told what exists outside of them, right? How far they can see, the universe around them, the planets that they see. People actually are trying to go to Mars, that they think it's a good idea to go to Mars, where you can't exist. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing to drink. There's you have to wear a suit. I mean, there's so much ridiculous nonsense that we should be taking care of the Earth first. And yet,
we should be taking care of the Earth first. Yes.
Okay, and people are doling out $52 million a day to NASA to lie to your face. What has NASA done?
Nobody is doling out any money to have NASA lie to us, nor is NASA lying to us.
Yeah. So NASA's never lied? Okay.
All right, so we're gonna be wrapping this up.
NASA is not lying to us.
We're going to be wrapping this up. It's not going anywhere.
So you believe? Okay, so
now, Jaron,
that's just crazy. So
we're done. We're done. Kyle and I are done.
Evidence that I do. Likewise, NASA is not
lying.
Guys,
you're killing me here.
And if I were to say that someone is lying, I would do as I have already done this evening and verified where you has stated something that is incorrect, and then show how you knew it to be correct when you said it.
What's obvious and what I think people will see is that the vehemence and belligerence that science is inspired in popular culture is obviously disturbing. It's disgusting.
Anyone all right, we're done here. Again, we're done here. If I have to leave the Skype and start a thing with Kyle, we're gonna leave the Skype call. Obviously. We're done here. Okay, we're done.
I mean, it offers the public an
Jeranism.
idiotic and ridiculous.
We're done. Okay, stop.
Guys,
Jesus.
Yeah,
thank you, Aron. I want to thank you. Please accept, obviously, apologies that it wasn't.
Said that Jeranism was woefully dishonest and frustratingly so, and he has lived up to that reputation. I will commend him because I don't believe he has any sincerity whatsoever. This is all a stupid game, and he's part of the Poe act.
Why would anybody do that?
He does play it well.
Why would anybody do that? It's so ridiculous to say that.
Why does anybody poll the internet? And yet, look how many people do.
How many people what?
Why do trolls exist on the internet? It makes no fucking sense to me, but there's a hell of a lot of people who do, and that's all in the world that you are. That's what the flat Earth movement is all about.
The defense.
Fucking trolls denying the defensible reality.
All right.
Well, if you accept what you've been told is reality, if you could accept that,
I can prove that what I'm told is reality, and you cannot.
You're a spinning ball and spin.
All right. So, anyways. So if people want, if people want to,
you're here out of nothing. That everything
Jeranism.
I'm muting. I'm not doing anything more until somebody asks me a direct question.
Yeah, Jaron, stop.
Where did everything come from? Everything came from nothing.
Jaron, if
everything came from nothing.
Jaron,
that's a whole other discussion.
Okay, we're gonna. I tell you what,
nothing ever came from nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's just trolling at this point.
Hello, I'm speaking here.
But he's trolling you.
I already did a video.
He said, "Ask him a direct question." I asked him a video
about everything coming from nothing. No,
it was a good video
did
too.
Not come from nothing, and I've been very, very explicitly clear about that.
Yeah, he did. He did a good video on it.
Create everything that is in one split second.
No.
How does it work?
That's going to be another topic of discussion that's unrelated to this. He did a great video on it. If you want to go to Aron Ra's channel and watch it, his video on the universe from nothing, it was a very, very good video. I watched it prior to him even making it.
Killer jacket too.
What is outfit? Amazing. So this is fabulous.
Can I say one thing to leave? I'm just going to say that Richard Feynman said that I don't mind not knowing, and the mystery of it all is the best part, and I'd rather live not knowing than to live thinking I knew what I had, and I had the wrong answers. And that's what I feel like you guys all think. You're going to die thinking you had the right answer.
Your own advice.
Okay,
instead of pretending that you know what all the experts do not know, or that you know somehow more than the experts do,
or
that you know that everything that we can demonstrate to be true is somehow false. I wish that you had the integrity to follow the advice you're advocating.
I'm sure that an atheist would really just accept flat Earth based on a few things that I say in this hangout.
Again, you have an admission that the only reason you're holding to the flat Earth is because of your religious belief.
I think that's what it boils down to. Yes.
Yep.
What?
I think you literally boiled it down to the fact that if you're not atheist, you should accept flat Earth. That is a religious belief now at this point.
If you're not atheist, then you should accept flat Earth. I said that.
That's what
you criticized atheists as being the ones that hold that the Earth is round,
right?
And you said that the flat Earth would prove a God,
right? Exactly. You just said that.
You believe that the Earth is flat, then you believe in a God. You are not an atheist yourself.
So you are. I mean, you are a theist, right, Jaron? You're a theist, right? You're a theist. You're a theist.
It depends. I don't. Theist is more describing like I don't know, the Christian.
Okay, stop. Do you believe that there's a divine being that we'll call a God that exists, that created the Earth?
There is a life-giving spirit. Yep.
Okay, we'll call that a God. Fair enough.
If you believe that any magical anthropomorphic immortal actually exists, then yes,
we'll call that a theist. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, but I mean, deism is really the belief that God does not.
That's fine. Deism is a form of theism, unless you're dealing with classical theism.
Talk about the subtleties. You believe in a magical anthropomorphic immortal that, by the way, does not exist, and you believe that for wholly vacuous reasons, and you have zero evidence to support
the evidence is all around you.
And by the way, I just want to throw this out.
Around me that the Earth is a sphere and that your God is made up.
I want to throw this out there, by the way, because the camera adds pounds, but I'm proud of this. I've actually lost 20 pounds since I started my diet. I'm now a size 38. Fuck off.
It has nothing to do with this conversation.
Yeah, you're right. Neither does anything that you've been saying for the last 2 hours.
It was the joke. It was the joke.
But anyways, somebody had mentioned in the
for coming on.
Well, and I really thought that he was going to want to listen to at least some of the reasons why.
I've been begging for some of the reasons why.
You have not. You don't want the reasons. You want facts and evidence. Hold on.
For those reasons.
The thing is, we're just going to have to.
I have to say this.
Just
you simply have acted
because we're not getting to a point where.
Right. I know. So, anyways, thank you for joining us, people. And we'll be having the after show on my channel in about 15 minutes. I don't know who the hell is going to show up. Flat Earthers are welcome. I will give Flat Earthers more than enough opportunity to make an argument. But I'll tell you right now, rhetoric is not a fucking argument. Okay, so I want to thank everybody who everybody who watched this. Almost 1,000 people were watching.
Neither did I ever imply that. I said what I can personally demonstrate to be true.
You cannot personally demonstrate.
Kyle, thank you, my friend. You did a wonderful job setting this up. Say goodnight to people, Kyle.
You cannot, because you don't have any facts.
Kyle,
you have empty assertions based on your belief in fucking magic.
Kyle, wave goodbye.
5 trillion miles. And
wave goodnight to everybody.
That's it.
Good night, guys.
Keep looking at the stars at night.
You don't believe in any reality. Everybody who knows better than you is wrong. You don't know any of the answers. You have no model. You have no facts. You have no evidence. But everybody's wrong, and you know better than they do. Gotcha.
Okay.
I get it.
Because
now I
understand why you can see 25 trillion miles. You call that a fact.
I call a fact everything that is objectively verifiable true.
So you can see 25 trillion miles, and that's a fact?
I'm not even talking about that.
I'm asking you that. You're just making
I'm not going down rabbit holes. I'm only talking about what I can prove. And you're talking about shit you can't. So you have to deflect however you can, because that's part of your game, because you're part of the hoax of the flat Earth joke.
By the way, I want to get this on record. And Aron, please. Are you still under the impression that every flat earther out there is a Poe, or at least the vast majority? Do you still have
vast majority? I have met two who are. One of them was an idiot, and the other one clearly clinically insane.
Okay. But I think it's a very high number. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know a lot of flat earthers, and I think that there are quite a few that actually believe it, but they are far and few between.
It's a choice between. It's a choice whether they're stupid, whether they're dishonest.
Space travel.
And in the previous case, the previous conversation that I had with a flat earther, that guy was definitely dishonest. The last flat earther I talked to had such a catatonic comprehension that reasoning with him was like trying to wake up Ben Carson.
Okay, I'm by the way, I'm
talking to right now.
Yeah,
this guy's just dishonest.
I'm being inundated with messages that is blowing up my computer. Is going to freeze here. I will give out the link to people. Message me on Twitter or Facebook. I'm doing it as a regular hangout, so there's only room for 10, and I'm sure Kyle wants to join. So, message me early. But I'm trying to get at least a couple flat earthers. I want to get their positions on it. But if there's a flat earther out there that actually has evidence that they want to bring to the table, I'm happy to evaluate it with a group of people. I'm sorry, but
has to fit the definition of evidence.
Yeah, something to be evaluated. Good night, guys. Thank you, Aron.
I bid you good night. I'm out of here. I'm not listening to another.
Can I start drinking after this is over? Is that cool?
I've already had 3, and my stuff is good.
You got good stuff. You do 11% shit.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, thanks, buddy. And good night, audience. We love you all.
Thank you, Aron. Thank you, Jeranism, for coming on. I hate that we're having to cut it off.